If you believe that the way you think has an impact on your life, and you find yourself thinking the same thoughts every day, it's likely that 90% of most people are stuck in this pattern. So if you wake up each morning without a clear vision of your future, you end up living based on your past memories, leading to a predictable and stagnant life. This raises the question, do you value your past more than your future? Could it be that many individuals are so attached to their past that they resist creating a new future? In fact, they dwell on their past every single day. Consequently, they perceive their present reality through the lens of their past experiences, shaping their perception and limiting their potential. Are you following along? If you were to ask such individuals why they are the way they are, they would gladly recount stories from their past. They might even claim that a specific event has defined them, preventing any further personal growth since then. However, research on memory suggests that over time, approximately 50% of the story they tell is not entirely accurate. In essence, they fabricate and relive a miserable life they never actually had, using it as an excuse to avoid change. Thus, while they may express conscious desires for a new life, relationship, career, or improved health, the subconscious programming from their past holds them back. Consequently, those thoughts of better health or wealth never truly manifest in their lives because their bodies remain programmed to the past. Do you understand this concept? If we were to teach these individuals how to define themselves based on a future vision rather than past memories, they would need to start thinking differently. Agree? They would have to make different choices and break free from their habitual patterns, which can be uncomfortable. Their bodies might resist the change, preferring the familiar suffering over the uncertain joy that lies ahead. They may doubt the existence of joy altogether, believing only in suffering. But in order to embrace a new future, they would need to change their language, distance themselves from certain experiences and individuals, and diligently monitor their emotional state. Anytime they experience suffering, they disconnect from the energy of their desired future and revert back to the emotions of their past. Are you still with me? Teaching individuals how to be defined by a vision of the future requires them to step out of their comfort zones and venture into the unknown. If their bodies have been conditioned to the familiar past or the predictable future, they will naturally resist change. The body's response would be, "Why are you doing this? Let's go back to our old way of thinking." After all, around 90% of our thoughts are repetitive from the previous day. If thoughts indeed shape our destiny and the majority of our thoughts remain the same, our lives will inevitably stay stagnant. The same thoughts lead to the same choices, which result in the same behaviors, leading to the same experiences. These experiences, in turn, elicit the same emotions that influence our thinking. Our biology, neurocircuitry, neurochemistry, hormones, and even gene expression are interconnected with how we think, act, and feel. This amalgamation is known as our personality, which creates our personal reality. To create a new personal reality and a new life, we must change our personality. This involves being mindful of our thoughts, consciously altering them, becoming aware of our unconscious habits and behaviors, and even monitoring our speech. Additionally, we must evaluate whether the emotions we experience daily align with our desired future. Many individuals attempt to create a new life without changing themselves. However, to truly transform our personal reality, we must transform our personality. The principle in neuroscience states that nerve cells that frequently fire together become wired together. When we consistently think, choose, act, and experience in the same patterns for an extended period of time, our brain's neural networks form specific connections, creating a distinct pattern that characterizes our personality. This pattern becomes our identity and is ingrained in our brain by the time we reach around 35 years of age. Consequently, we develop automatic habits, emotional reactions, and fixed beliefs that operate like computer programs, running on autopilot. To break free from this rigid programming, we must disrupt the existing neural connections and create new ones. This requires consciously choosing different thoughts, making alternative choices, and engaging in new behaviors. By consistently repeating these new patterns, we rewire our brain and create a more flexible and adaptable personality. It's like reprogramming a computer to function differently. By embracing the power of neuroplasticity, our brain's ability to reorganize itself, we can transcend the limitations imposed by our past and create a new personal reality. However, this process demands commitment and perseverance. We must be willing to challenge ourselves, embrace uncertainty, and step into the unknown. Only then can we truly unlock our potential and manifest a future that aligns with our aspirations. If we recognize the influence of our thoughts on our lives and realize that constantly repeating the same thoughts leads to a stagnant existence, we can take control of our destiny. By shifting our focus from dwelling on the past to envisioning a compelling future, we initiate a transformative process. This requires changing our thoughts, choices, behaviors, and emotional state to break free from the limitations of our past programming. It may be uncomfortable and unfamiliar, but it is through this process that we can create a new personal reality and embrace the life we truly desire. When you hit the start button, the process begins automatically. But when it's time for a change, positive thinking alone won't cut it. Your body has been conditioned to operate on a different program from your thoughts. So how can we actually influence the body to bring about real change? Let's consider this. If you dwell on negative thoughts, you'll end up feeling unhappy. If you constantly tell yourself you're a failure, you'll start believing it and feeling like one. It becomes a never-ending loop of thoughts and emotions, conditioning your mind and body to stay stuck in the past. When it's time for a transformation, you have to venture beyond the familiar territory. Any decision you make, whether it's committing to a healthier diet, exercising in the morning, or practicing meditation, is going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to be unfamiliar, and uncertainty will accompany you. You won't be able to predict what comes next. Essentially, you'll be stepping into the unknown. While this may sound exciting in theory, in reality, your body is wired to seek comfort and safety. It wants to return to what it knows. This is why your body starts influencing your mind. You'll hear those inner voices saying, "Why not start your diet tomorrow?" Or, "You're too tired to work out today." Those voices will try to convince you that change isn't possible. They will attempt to keep you within your comfort zone. And this is precisely where many people talk themselves out of making a change. If they give in to those thoughts, they end up making the same choices, repeating the same behaviors, and ultimately experiencing the same outcomes. It becomes a familiar cycle, and they convince themselves that it's the right path to take because it feels comfortable and known. But if you truly desire change, you must be willing to challenge the familiar. You have to recognize that the discomfort and uncertainty are signs of progress. Embrace the fact that stepping into the unknown is necessary for growth. Don't let your conditioned body dictate your actions. Instead, consciously choose to override those familiar signals. Remind yourself that you're capable of creating a new reality. Yes, it may feel uncomfortable at first, but that discomfort is a testament to your courage and willingness to evolve. As you persist, your body and mind will adapt to the new patterns and thoughts. It will become the new program, aligning with your desired changes. Over time, what once felt unfamiliar will become your new comfort zone. So don't let the conditioning of the past hold you back from creating a brighter future. Challenge those familiar thoughts and feelings. Embrace the discomfort of the unknown. It is in this space of uncertainty that you'll discover your true potential and the power to transform your life.